So today we've been celebrating the life of Ira Aldridge, who was the first black man to play Othello and also the first black man to run a theatre, and that theatre happened to be here in Coventry, right here on this spot.
Yeah, so we're basically celebrating what he created, and so he was one of the first black actors to come to Coventry and really start cultivating, talent for black young actors and stuff like that. So he really is a foundation for young people and for older people as well, and he really did, change a lot of things. So we're just celebrating that today, celebrating what he's accomplished and what his legacy.
Some amazing culture of Coventry. I mean, to come here to an unveiling for something that's so important in the Coventry culture.
Well, I just feel like I'm connected. Do you know what I mean? I mean, the great thing was the fact that Coventry accepted him at a time when, places in the United States and plus didn't accept black people at all and were selling black people. And Coventry gave him a chance.
I've been here for a while, and the history, a lot of people don't know about the history in Coventry.
Because Neville made his name here with the specials, obviously, but people forget about all these other people, amazing people like this who made their name way back in the day in times that was so difficult.
I didn't realise he went that far back and that he actually ran a theatre in 1828 at 20. It wouldn't happen now.
I'm an actor and I've been a Shakespearean actor we don't call them Shakespearean actors now, we just call ourselves actors today. But I do a hell of a lot of Shakespeare. I'm an associate artist of the Royal Shakespeare Company. And if it wasn't for people like Ira Aldridge, then I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. He was the first black Shakespearean actor.
Ira was a trailblazer, wasn't he? He's a pioneer. And black actors are still struggling. So it's good to see that there's a plaque here that will be there forevermore to remind people what we can do as black people and Asians, because I know the project at Warwick University was Asians and Caribbean people.
And it's people like him today whose shoulders we actually stand on, him, Paul Robeson, and many more. But he was the first.
Being involved in this whole event and working at the Belgrade Theatre and being a black man myself, it makes you feel proud to be involved in something like this, where you're actually commemorating the memory, and preserving someone's history. The first black man to run a theatre, and this was back in the days when slavery was still around. Those things should have been unheard of, and he was only 20 as well. Things like that rarely happen nowadays, and to think that he did it way back then, and it's an amazing thing, and it just hopefully it allows other people, especially other black young people, to try and follow in his footsteps and think that he did it back then, so I can do that now in this day and age. So yeah, I think it's a really important thing, and I'm really proud to have been involved in this.
As a young person who's also a performer, I think I can speak on behalf of you guys. I think it's so cool to have someone who is such a pioneer for young black people, who's such a pioneer for black people in general. I did so many amazing things. A couple of months ago, I didn't know who Ira was, and to find out that he did all these things and he made that change is kind of like, wow, like
at 20
I've got
years
that.
old as well. At a young age,
exactly.
I think that's inspiring.
Speaking his words, words can't really express how that feels, that, it's nearly 200 years ago. That's how an actor like, and a manager, how he felt and what he was doing, that I'm speaking those words today in Coventry. And life is very different. There's still injustices in the world, but life is very different than what it was, and it's due to people like him fighting against that. And I feel honored.
The legacy for the future, hopefully for my granddaughters, is that this is possible again.
Or more diversity, just keep it coming.
Yeah.
We love the vibrance of the city, and there's so much of the culture here. But I just hope they keep going.
We'll just continue taking this, fighting injustice, promoting diversity. We're taking it forward. It's I've done that basically all my life. And we don't stop. So yeah, his legacy still goes on.
death.
Thank you so much to Ira Aldridge.
Thank you, Ira Aldridge.
Thank you, Ira Aldridge.